Okay. So, just to recap, the very, very, very simple flowchart you should follow. If you, if an enemy fires on you first, is to, 1, immediately return to cover. Do not try and turn and shoot on them. If you try and turn and if the only reason you should be trying to turn and shoot on them is if for some reason you think you just intrinsically in that engagement have such a superior advantage that you don't need, like, however many shots they're going to hit on you. Like, in general, like, if an enemy, like, opens on you and they surprise you, like, they're going to break your armor. And so that's, like, what you're saying, right? Is, like, my advantage or the superiority of my aim is such that I don't need armor in this situation. And so it's like, that's, like, the criteria you should be putting yourself against, right? And so it's like, if your position or situation or whatever, or loadout or whatever it is, does not meet that criteria, then your first move should be to try to get back into cover. Sometimes the enemy is too close to make that viable, and you've just got to sacrifice yourself, and that's what we call trading for damage. Super unpleasant, and usually an indication that you did something stupid, and didn't position well, but that is, and sometimes it happens. Once you've reached the piece of cover, the next question you're going to ask yourself is, am I getting pushed? If you are getting pushed, then you need to decide, am I going to stay or am I going to run? Reasons why you're going to stay are if your teammate is there to help cover, in which case you should begin to heal, hopefully, and then turn on the enemy as they try to rip around the corner on you and your teammate and work together with them. If both you and your teammate are weak, right? Like, that might be a situation where one of you has to trade in for damage and, like, just sacrifice yourself for the sake of the squad so that the other one hopefully can get a heal off. It's really... That's, I think, like, the biggest factor is if your teammate is there or not. In terms of, like, making that decision to stay or to leave. And then in the case where the answer to the question, the first question, right? Like, if the enemy is an enemy pushing, right? And if your answer is no, then you should try to first heal off that damage, and the second is begin to formulate your counterattack. And so the two simple options that you have are to re-peek, from that piece of cover. Maybe not the exact same, side that you enter the cover from, like, just using the cover, right, to punish the angle if the enemy, like, tries to just W key straight at you. And so punish them for being too slow. Or use the fact that you've broken line of sight by getting into cover, like a good Apex player. Taking advantage of that to... What the hell? God damn it, guys. Make it unclear to the enemies and ambiguous to the enemies exactly what you're going to do and where you're going to be next. And that's pretty much it. So, for some players, it's going to seem like a super stupid thing. And for other players, like, it will hopefully help address that situation where you get shot on first and you panic and make super ridiculous, like, not logical decisions. Like, for example, this light. Look, there she is. She just got right back in cover. Great job. And now she's gonna